It's great to be back on your Saraway Sports Business Show, Sports Exchange. My name is Jide Olaniran. On the show today, we'll have to serve you some of the stories that are trending as far as sports business is concerned, locally and internationally. And of course, on our dugout segment, we will be looking at how a Nigerian football investor is also making inroads into the foreign football business. This and all other juicy detail that you will be enjoying on the show today. Let's go on a short break, and when we return, I will serve you all the news that you need to know.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back, straight to the business of serving you the news making rounds now. High-flying Nigerian National League outfit Sporting Lagos FC has unveiled their new jersey courtesy of a partnership with Clasher. The new jersey features the Clasher logo prominently, and it will be worn by the players during all league matches as well as in any other official competitions. The jersey was worn at the club's first game of the season on March 22, 2023 in an away game against Smart City FC. And still on Sporting Lagos, and it has to do with their founder. The co-founder and chief executive officer, CEO of Paystack, Shola Akilade, has purchased 50% of ownership shares in Aarhus Fremad, a Danish third-tier division club. The deal was announced in a statement shared by the Danish club on social media. The agreement will also see Aarhus Fremad become a sister club for Sporting Lagos FC, a team in the Nigerian National League founded by Akilade in 2022. Shola Akilade is a Nigerian IT entrepreneur and CEO of Paystack software platform. On a daily basis, he runs the Sporting Lagos Football Club in Nigeria, which at the same time will act as a sister club to Fremad. Speaking on the acquisition, Akilade says his investment in the Danish club is due to a shared commitment to engaging and empowering local communities. And still talking football, Ikorodu City FC, an indigenous football club based in Lagos, Nigeria, which was incorporated in 2007, has signed a partnership agreement with BetKing as the official shirt sponsors of the club for the 2023 season. Ikorodu City FC plays in the second division of the Nigerian National League (NNL) and uses the newly refurbished Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Onikan, as home ground. Managing Director of BetKing, Gosi Nkanwoke, says the brand will continuously work with the organizations that will help develop sports in Nigeria. The FIFA Women's World Cup trophy has made a stop in Nigeria. The trophy tour will visit all 32 of the tournament's participating nations. The aim is to create excitement ahead of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, which will be co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand, as the trophy will move around the globe, visiting different continents of Asia, Africa, South America, North America, and Europe. It will also crisscross all the 9 host cities in the final weeks before the start of the tournament. The Super Falcons of Nigeria are among the 32 countries that will take part in the competition. Football Australia and Qantas have inked a 3-year partnership extension ahead of the landmark 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup on home soil. Australian soccer's governing body first partnered with Qantas in 2004, with the agreement later expanded to also include the Maltuders. In 2020, Qantas scaled back on its sports sponsorship amid the financial struggles of the COVID-19 pandemic. The airline ended its 30-year partnership with Rugby Australia, a deal worth 5 million Australian dollars annually, according to the Sydney Morning Herald, and retained only the value in kind partnership elements of its deals with the Australian national soccer and cricket bodies. The latest renewal sees Football Australia secure the extended backing of one of its main partners as the Matildas seek to win this year's Home Women's World Cup when it gets underway in July. And finally, Chelsea's latest accounts reveal the English soccer giant lost £121 million during the 2021-2022 financial year, with the club citing UK government sanctions on former owner Roman Abramovich as a key factor in the results. The oligarch was sanctioned by British authorities in March last year as the UK sought to freeze the assets of individuals it believed had connection to Russian President Vladimir Putin following the country's invasion of Ukraine. Chelsea were placed under a special license restricting their ability to sell tickets, accept event bookings, and even sign contracts with players. And that's it as far as the news that we are tracking right now on Sport Business. And we'll go on a break, and when we return, it will be time for our Dugout segment where we will be talking about one of that story. That is the groundbreaking partnership between Aarhus Fremad in Denmark and Sporting Lagos. Don't go away.
Fantastically finished.
Welcome back, and it's still Sport Exchange, now to the Dugout segment, and my guest is standing by, and we are looking at Paystack CEO 50% acquisition of Aarhus Fremad in Denmark. That's Aarhus Fremad is actually a third division side in Denmark, and this is our talking point today. Good enough, Paystack CEO is also the one who owns Sporting Lagos here in Nigeria, and you've heard a lot about the news making rounds. And joining me to look at this or to break it down is German-based Nigerian-born journalist Lolade Adewi joins me to look at this. Lolade, good to have you on the show. Thanks for joining. It's been a while.
Very long time. I'm so happy to be in touch again and to speak with you. I'm currently in Hamburg on my way back from Denmark, where I met with Shola Akilade yesterday in the city of Aarhus. It's pronounced Aarhus. And he just acquired 55% stake in this club in Denmark. They play in the second division, but it's the third tier of the Danish league. So they have the Superliga, then they have the first division, and then they have the second division. So currently, Aarhus Fremad are playing in the second division, and they are number 2, and they will go into the championship playoffs with the potential to get promoted into the first division, which is now the second layer after the Superliga at the end of this season. So it's a purchase, it's a strategic acquisition for Shola Akilade, the co-founder and CEO of Paystack, after he founded Sporting Lagos last year. They are looking to expand their his investment in the sports, in the football market, and eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to see Nigerian players come through to play in Denmark and some Danish players come to play in Lagos again for Sporting Lagos. So it's a strategic move for him and for his sports business investment.
Zolani, you were there, of course. Maybe you should let Nigerians know why you also had to visit Denmark, because I know you are based in Germany. You had to visit Denmark just because Shola, who is Shola Akilade, who is the PS stake, who is making this happen, who is the CEO of Paystack, was also there at that time. Why do you have to be part of this epoch making visit?
History. It was history. When it was announced, I saw on their website that they said, and they wrote that Sola would be visiting during their next home game, which happened to be on the 10th of April, Easter Monday. And immediately I started, we are chasing the news. We want to be where it's happening. And so I had to make arrangements, even though I had to go to Belgium to cover Victor Boniface and Dick Orban in their game on Saturday. I then traveled through another 14 hours by train to go to Aarhus. It was just, being in this historic moment, wanting to be there. He was surprised to see me, although I'd reached out to through his media team. They said he wasn't going to grant any interview, but I said, hey guys, I cannot come this far. The only potentially the only Nigerian journalist to travel this far and not be able to get an interview. And I'm glad that the general manager of Sporting Lagos, Godwin Enahina, Mr. Godwin, put and ensured that he spoke to me on the record. So it was a really good trip. Being there to witness this historical moment and just see Nigeria expand its interest in sports. Previously, we had footballers, and even in that game, there was a Nigerian player that played for the opposite team. But now there's ownership. It's one of the, I think it's the second Nigerian ownership of a football club in CD Firenze in Portugal, owned by Kunle Shoname, the owner of Remo Star. So, but this is a young man who's doing great things, and I wanted to be there. I wanted to make history, to see the history being made, and how he was going to be welcomed by the home fans, and I'm glad I was. I saw them live, and they were joyous. The fans were joyous to have a new owner, and hopefully, they can do great things together.
Of course, back to the issue of the fans. You were there and you were able to gauge the pulse of the fans. What does it mean with this acquisition? What does it mean for the club, the ambition of the club, as well as for the total well-being of the club? Because I know that the fans are a crucial part of the football ecosystem.
It is a community club. It is they feel part of this community. Aarhus is the second biggest city in Denmark. They have two clubs, two major football clubs in this city. The first one plays in the Superliga. So Fremad is the second one, and they played in the Superliga in the past. They last played 97 to 99. So they are aiming to be back in the Superliga. So this acquisition portends a great thing for them. It means they can Shola Akilade will be investing the needed financing to make them be able to keep players. They lost one of their top strikers just recently because they couldn't afford to keep him any longer. And they see that this financial injection that Akilade will bring in will help them in their promotion run and hopefully sustain them for many years to come. So the fans are excited, and I saw them saying hello, greeting him and welcoming him, and generally just being a part of the being a part of the atmosphere was really good. And it's good PR for Nigeria, and hopefully it grows into something spectacular.
You were part of the Nigeria system before you traveled, before you relocated, actually. Does it portend because there is a sister club, Sporting Lagos, and for Nigerian football, what do you think this will portend for Nigeria football?
I think in terms of collaborations, Sporting Lagos will have an opportunity to send their best talent to Europe through Aarhus Fremad. Now they have a pipeline for sending top talent. And if you send two of your best players every year from Sporting Lagos to play here, and then they get seen by other clubs, and then they are picked up from here, and sold for more money. That's the simple business of it. But they are picked up from here, and sold for more money. That's the simple business of it. But it also allows Shola to do more in European football, and I think when it for Nigerian ownership, it gives the visibility that Nigeria is not just about on-field talent, that Nigerian businessmen can also succeed in the boardroom. So, and I also think it would encourage more people, because there are many Danish clubs that are interested in acquisition. So it is an opportunity. Shola Akinlade is probably opening the pipeline for many business people from Nigeria to look at football more seriously as an investment vehicle. So also Shola is going to learn from their history, how they've been able to manage the books. Succeed for 1947, 70, more than 70 years. So it's going to be a give and take, sharing of knowledge, learning from each other according to Shola. The fans are excited about it. These fans that you see on the screen, they were singing yesterday, Shola, we love you, we love you, Shola, we love you, we love you, Shola, because they are just excited about it. And I think it's a brilliant thing.
And now, Lola, there's so much that is happening back home, especially as far as football is concerned. There are a lot of private interests. People are showing interest, especially Sporting Lagos is one of the clubs being run by an investor like Shola. You've also made mention of the Remo Stars as angle where Kule Shoname is holding forth. There are many of them springing up. There is a Van Dresser, there is an Ikorodu United, a whole Lekki United. Most of those guys are pumping money now. We are beginning to see a departure from the old ways where government holds sway. So, what do you think?
I think it's a good turn. In the past, we only had a few privately owned teams, Ifeanyi Uba, ABS, FTM, FMFT, But now the surge, the growth is impressive, and I hope that it continues to be sustained. I know the economy can be tough, and football doesn't bring the returns we need so quickly, but it is a passion. It's a passion project that people can plan long term for, and they need to build structures, build ground. And for Shola, he's talking about that his success would be that Sporting Lagos exists 100 years from now. And so he's building structures. He wants to invest in. He's already investing in building a stadium for the team in Lagos. So long-term investment in sports and in talent. And before I go, I have to turn to catch. Just say, Shola said that talent is like tech. We started as a tech, with a computer. A computer is the same computer, the same internet anywhere in the world. So he feels that the same football talent in Nigeria that can excel in Europe, now he's going to have the opportunity to bring them closer and faster to Europe, proper contracts and everything. So I think it's a good move for all the private clubs and all of them. And we can only just encourage them and hope that the system keeps them running. So thank you very much.
I know that.
I know that. I would love to talk more, but
exactly.
But we can do sometime again this week. I'll be available.
All right. No doubt. This is quite insightful, and I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you very much, Lolade Adewuyi, and wish you all the best, and my regards to the family. All right, that was sport journalist Lolade Adewi, German broadcaster now, and breaking down the Paystack CEO Shola Akinlade's 50% acquisition of Fremad, third division club sides in Denmark. By the way, Shola Akinlade is also the owner of Sporting Lagos, a club that plays in the Nigerian National League. Okay, we're going to break and we'll be back. Don't go away.
Fantastically finished.
Thank you very much for joining me for this edition of the show. Yes, we've had a fantastic conversation around how one of Nigeria's great businessmen is investing in a foreign club. Already is invested back home and now is doing something in the foreign land. So let's see how this relationship, let's see how this partnership works. Of course, until I come your way next time, remember, sport is big business, and always remember that we can build Nigeria's economy through sports.